Welcome to Motivation for Success, where we dig into life's toughest lessons and explore ways to empower yourself beyond conventional thinking. Today, we're delving into a topic that's bound to challenge your beliefs. Inspired by the wisdom of Denzel Washington, we're looking at kindness, not as a virtue but as a potential weakness. Surprising, right? Well, Denzel himself has warned of the dangers of unchecked kindness, and today, we're breaking down his insights into actionable advice. Has anyone ever told you that kindness is a virtue, that being kind is the path to success and happiness? This is a message we've all heard since we were young. But there's a side of kindness most people don't talk about, the side that can destroy your life if you're not careful. The truth is, unchecked kindness can become a double-edged sword, and that's the reality we're facing today. The cost of being too kind. Kindness is often hailed as a virtue, a quality that draws people toward you and fills your life with warmth. But when kindness is given without boundaries, it becomes something else entirely. It turns into a door left wide open, where others feel free to walk in, take what they need, and leave you drained. People who recognize your kindness may begin to see it as an endless well they can dip into at will. They'll reach out for favors, lean on you when it suits them, and assume you'll always say yes, regardless of your own needs or limits. Now, why does this happen? Because when kindness becomes part of who you are, saying no feels unnatural. It can seem like you're going against the very core of your values. You may even worry that if you don't give freely and often, you'll disappoint others or lose their approval. But here's the true lesson. Kindness, when given without care or consideration for your own well-being, often leads to a painful realization. Kindness at your own expense isn't kindness, it's self-neglect. When you continually give without taking time to replenish, you find yourself running on empty. Your energy, time, and mental peace become a currency that others trade in, while you bear the cost. Denzel Washington captures this reality perfectly when he says, "People will take and take until you have nothing left to give." Without boundaries, kindness can lead you to burnout, leaving you physically, mentally, and emotionally drained, feeling as if the essence of who you are has been spent on others without any return. Kindness as a barrier to self-respect. Being kind is a gift, but when kindness means constantly sacrificing your own well-being, it loses its power. Those who are too kind often find themselves caught in a cycle of giving that leaves them depleted. They're always there for others, but rarely for themselves. Denzel's words are a powerful reminder: when you're always the person giving, who's there for you? True kindness isn't about always putting yourself last, it's about balancing compassion for others with compassion for yourself. This kind of one-sided kindness can slowly erode your self-respect. By always being available, you teach others that your needs don't matter, which not only impacts your sense of worth but also sets up a pattern where others expect constant self-sacrifice. As Denzel points out, kindness that drains you isn't kindness, it's a form of self-neglect. Learning to say no is not about shutting people out, it's about honoring your own worth. Saying no to others sometimes is saying yes to yourself, your well-being, and a balanced life. Real kindness is sustainable, it respects both others and yourself. So, don't be afraid to protect your energy and set boundaries that keep your kindness from becoming a burden. Remember, the most valuable kindness you can give is the kind that nourishes you, too. Being too kind holds you back. In today's highly competitive world, where success often favors those with drive, ambition, and a willingness to push their limits, kindness, though immensely valuable, can sometimes hold you back from reaching your highest potential. While kindness is a wonderful trait, the path to success often demands a degree of assertiveness and the ability to prioritize your own goals without fear of judgment or rejection. This assertiveness involves more than just aiming high, it requires the courage to make difficult choices, sometimes placing your needs and ambitions above the expectations of others. As Denzel Washington wisely puts it, success isn't about being liked by everyone, it's about being true to your goals. His words serve as a reminder that kindness should complement, not overshadow, the drive to achieve personal success. Being kind should never mean holding back from pursuing what truly matters to you. When you make a habit of choosing the path of least resistance, staying agreeable, pleasing others, and striving to keep the peace, you may unintentionally stall your own growth. True progress and personal fulfillment often require a willingness to make choices that honor your goals, even if they defy others' expectations. This might mean taking on challenges that push you beyond your comfort zone or making decisions that, while uncomfortable, bring you closer to your vision. Denzel's famous phrase, "Nice guys finish last," captures the harsh reality that those who consistently put others before themselves may find their own ambitions slipping away. It's a reminder that in a world that rewards decisiveness, those who fail to stand up for their aspirations may never see them fulfilled. Choosing kindness doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your dreams or compromise your vision. True kindness is expansive. It includes the bravery to honor your personal ambitions and to recognize when it's time to advocate for yourself. Success is not measured solely by how much you give to others but also by how much you allow yourself to achieve. It's about creating space to chase your dreams without guilt or hesitation, knowing that your journey has value and meaning. Balancing kindness with self-determination means setting boundaries that allow you to grow and contribute authentically to the world. By embracing both compassion and ambition, you open up a path that is not only generous to others but also profoundly fulfilling for yourself. So, remember, kindness and success are not mutually exclusive. When you create room for both, you allow yourself to reach your true potential while still being a force for good. True fulfillment comes from a life where kindness supports, rather than limits, your journey toward your greatest self. The importance of authenticity, speaking your truth with kindness. One of the hidden risks of unchecked kindness is the gradual loss of your own voice. When you're constantly striving to keep the peace and make others happy, there's a temptation to hold back your true thoughts, censoring yourself to avoid discomfort or conflict. But here's the insight that Denzel so wisely shares: people can tell when you're holding back, and when they do, they may start to lose respect for you. Choosing harmony over honesty not only distances you from your authentic self, but it can also weaken the trust others have in you. Denzel's perspective underscores a powerful truth: authenticity is sacrificed at the altar of kindness. When kindness becomes a mask rather than an honest expression, it loses its value. True relationships are built on authenticity, not on filtered or watered-down versions of ourselves. If kindness prevents you from speaking your truth, then it's no longer kindness, it's self-betrayal. Real connections thrive when you have the courage to be genuine. Embrace honesty, even when it's uncomfortable. Speaking your truth doesn't mean being harsh, it means standing in integrity with kindness. By valuing both honesty and compassion, you create a foundation of respect and trust with those around you, and you keep yourself aligned with who you truly are. In the end, only by honoring your true self can you foster relationships that are real, deep, and lasting. True kindness isn't about constantly giving until there's nothing left, it's about knowing when to give and when to hold back. Kindness with boundaries is kindness that respects both others and yourself. As Denzel wisely states, saying no doesn't make you unkind, it makes you wise. Boundaries aren't barriers to kindness, they're essential safeguards for your energy and well-being. By setting limits, you ensure that your kindness is offered sincerely, not out of obligation or exhaustion. Denzel puts it beautifully: boundaries are not walls, they are gates, allowing you to control what you let in and keep out. These gates are the key to sustaining kindness over the long term. They give you the power to decide where your efforts are most meaningful, allowing you to offer help without losing yourself in the process. Establishing boundaries doesn't mean you stop being generous, it means you choose when and how to give. With clear boundaries, kindness can be a strength rather than a burden. You remain free to show compassion, knowing that you're doing so from a place of self-respect and balance. Kindness isn't about being a pushover. In fact, true kindness is rooted deeply in self-respect and self-worth. Imagine a version of kindness that respects not only the needs and feelings of others but also your own values, boundaries, and well-being. This form of kindness acknowledges that your time, energy, and emotional capacity are valuable. It recognizes that kindness is most meaningful when it comes from a place of wholeness and self-respect, rather than from a fear of disappointing others or an obligation to please. This is the powerful message that Denzel Washington shares when he says, "True kindness stands firm because it's grounded in self-worth." His words emphasize that genuine kindness doesn't bend to meet every demand or sacrifice itself to satisfy others. Instead, it holds its own strength, balancing compassion and empathy with a solid understanding of one's own boundaries and limitations. When kindness is rooted in self-worth, it can be given with intention and integrity. It's a kindness that refuses to be exploited, never allowing others to take advantage of its generosity. Rather than saying yes out of fear or guilt, it confidently offers support when it aligns with personal values and capacity. This kind of kindness isn't swayed by pressure or manipulation, it is deliberate and purposeful, ensuring that the act of giving is as empowering to the giver as it is to the recipient. In this way, kindness becomes an act of both compassion and strength, uplifting others while remaining grounded in self-respect. Assertive kindness is a powerful force. It doesn't simply aim to please, it seeks to uplift while maintaining honesty and integrity. This form of kindness commands respect and acknowledges that, sometimes, the kindest act is to be truthful, even if it's uncomfortable. It's a kindness that is compassionate yet firm, empathetic yet clear, and most importantly, it doesn't leave you feeling drained. Instead, assertive kindness strengthens you, allowing you to stay authentic, resilient, and generous on your own terms. When kindness is backed by self-respect, it empowers you to give meaningfully. You remain true to yourself, offering help that enriches both you and others. Assertive kindness is a kindness that endures, one that leaves you fulfilled and connected without sacrificing your own needs. Are you ready to transform your kindness into a source of strength? This week, challenge yourself to set one boundary that protects your time and energy. Learn to say no to one request that doesn't align with your values, and witness the change it brings to your life. Remember, the world needs more kindness, but it also needs more people who are kind to themselves. Subscribe to Motivation for Success for more empowering insights on living a balanced, fulfilled life. Thank you for watching, and remember, true kindness begins with self-respect. The greatest gift you can give to the world is a version of yourself that is healthy, authentic, and empowered.